Hey everyone, Krellopix here, and today we've got another one shot and another sponsored video, and this time this is by Case Floral, and I will have a link to their site in the description box below. But yeah, they approached me and asked me if I wanted to do a custom instead of just picking one from their site, so I did a custom, and this is the first round drill custom I've ever received, so I'm pretty excited to do it. I like rounds, I like squares, so I don't have a real preference in that regard, but it's very interesting. I want to see how it comes out. But yeah, I picked a very simple Lovecraft Hello Kitty image. And yeah, they came back pretty quickly. It was sent to me pretty quickly. Decent packaging. I mean, it's really hard these days to protect, I find, from shipping, like the issues they have with the shipping companies, whether it be, you know, your local government post or, you know, a courier. Sometimes things just really get messed up during shipping, but this fared pretty well. I did have to flatten it a bit after I unrolled it, but I mean, that's standard fare, I think. But yes, it came with your normal toolkit. So it came with 2 sets of the tray, the wax, the pins, and the pin has the 5 placer tip on it. So yeah, I thought that was cool, especially since I've been trying to get the hang of using the 3. I might try using the 5 on this one. And yeah, it also came with tweezers, so pretty standard kit, very nice. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and get into it. But I am going to try something different this time. I'm going to try to work on the whole canvas and do one color at a time. We'll see how that goes. I've seen a lot of people do that. They'll just work on the whole canvas, you know, working on their one color instead of working on a section, you know, color by color. They do the whole canvas. So probably not something that I would do on a regular basis, especially for big pieces. That's not an option. But this piece here, it's a 30 by 40, and yeah, I'll give it a try. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully I won't get any stuff stuck in the canvas. But yep, let's go. Yeah, you guys already know that I'm really into Lovecraft mythos and such. And I recently saw a trailer for a new game coming out next year. Like, there's quite a few Lovecraft games coming out. I'm just wondering if maybe the copyright has expired on Lovecraft's works, but I haven't looked into that. But anyways, saw a trailer for this new game coming out, and it blew my mind. It was so cool. So basically, in the trailer, this guy who's like, he looks like he's been knocked out because he's laying on the ground in the middle of the street. He gets up, you know, shakes it off, you know, grabs his stuff, and he looks around and moves on. But, you know, he sees all of these, like, fantastical, like, dreamlike things. And so he's, like, wandering around this place. It's like a little town, and he goes in this house, and he goes through a door that seemingly leads to another dimension. But he goes through this door, and it's back out on the street where he was. And he sees this monster and he fights it, and he sees this guy laying on the ground and finds out that it's actually him, and he gets dragged off by the monster into the water, and the shot goes back to basically where it started. The guy is laying on the ground, you know, he comes to, and it all starts over again. It was just phenomenal. It was incredible how they did this trailer. It was really cool. So it's called Sinking City, and I can't wait to play it. It's an open world Cthulhu game, and I think it will be awesome. I really like Sanrio, so the Hello Kitty world of things. But Hello Kitty isn't my favorite character. I have 2 favorite characters. One is Kuromi, and the other is Batsmaru. Kuromi is like, I don't even know what she is. I think she's a rabbit maybe, or a cat, but she's like this evil little cute thing, like a gothy Hello Kitty kind of. So cute. And then Batmaru, he's like a space captain, but he's a penguin. And he's so funny looking to me, but I love him. And yeah, I think Sanrio characters, they're pretty much timeless. Like, they've been around for ages, and they probably will be for some time. They are still coming out with characters, new characters, but yeah, Sanrio has really done well for themselves. Hello Kitty is iconic. So as I mentioned, I was using the 6-placer tip for the first time. It did come with this kit, and it was interesting. Using that and then going back to the 3-placer tip, like, I am now able to use the 3-placer a lot better than I was before. The 6-placer, it's not difficult. It's just, I feel you have a little bit less control. Like, it's easier to lay them on a diagonal instead of straight. So, yeah, that's just me. And again, that's probably something that can be fixed with practice. But I tried to use it as much as I could in this one. I do find sometimes that I spend a lot of time hunting around for areas that I can use the 6-placer. So I think when it comes down to that, you're not really saving any time or effort or anything. So for big blocks of color, 6-placer tip is probably very good. But yeah, I think for the smaller areas, as I have learned, just stick with the 3-placer. Yeah, or a single. I am a little disappointed with my placement on this particular canvas. Just a, critique of my own technique. Well, also because I was trying to use this 6-placer, and there's a lot of areas where the diamonds, well, pretty much the whole piece, the diamonds are not perfectly aligned. And I had let that go on this one because I wanted to practice with the 6 and the 3. And I mean, I think overall it looks good, but when you look up close, for me, it frustrates me. But I'm not gonna go back and fix this whole piece. But it brings new light to what tools I want to use on the diamond paintings that really count for me. Like, ones that are gifts or ones that are really important to me, like the content's really important to me. So I think for those, I will not be using the multi, or at least not the 6, and nothing larger than that, definitely. Because I want it to be very straight, very vertical, very horizontal. It's got to line up, it's got to be a grid pattern. And it may be easier to accomplish that with the square diamonds, but with the rounds, it's so noticeable. And I find that with these multi-diamond tips, it's not like the room isn't perfect. It doesn't perfectly fit 3. It fits like a little bit more than 3, which allows the spacing to be a little bit off depending on how you pick up the diamonds. So I think with all of that, your end result can be a little messy or just not as straight as I prefer. But yeah, overall, I think it looks good. And I did try to do some adjustments. Like, if it was really wonky, I definitely adjusted those as much as I could. And yeah. But yeah, for the serious pieces, nah. I probably won't be using that. Although, I'll give it a try with the diamond piece at some point. Maybe. Okay. That's it. that is Hello Cthulhu done. She came out so cute. I love it. I love it. And it's just, you know, Cthulhu version of Hello Kitty reading the Necronomicon. How cute. A very weird sentiment and sentence to say, but that doesn't change it. But yes, this was a very interesting piece to do. My first custom that came as a round drill. I know some people do offer customs with round or square drills, but I'm used to them always, well, some of the ones that I've ordered, you know, it's default square drill. So the quality of this was pretty decent, given the prices that they have. It reflects that kind of quality. And the sun just left, but I think it was pretty well done the way they have transferred the pattern. Like, it's pretty clean. It's not a blurry image. They picked a great size. I didn't even request a size. And again, this is 30 by 40. The diamonds were decent. The 310s had quite a bit of garbage in them, but that seems to be a common thing no matter which brand you go with. And I'm not quite sure why. Like, why 310? What happened there? Why is there so much garbage in 310s? I'll never know. And that's like rounds and squares. So what is different in the process of making the black ones that there's, you know, such a difference there? Just curious, just curious. And yeah, not too much else to say about it. The canvas is a good quality. It did have a few bubbles in it because it had some creases, but before I started, I kind of got rid of those and flattened it out. And then it was no issue from there. The adhesive was very sticky, and it's a good thing, but it was a bit of a problem because I was trying multi-placer tips with this one, and I kept, you know, needing to adjust those diamonds, and having the adhesive so sticky, it was very hard to adjust. So that is more, I guess, of a user-related issue. Not too sure. I'm happy to have super sticky adhesive because that means that the diamonds won't just, you know, fall off when you're done. So that's not a complaint, just an observation, and, you know, a clue to me that, you know, I need a bit more practice with those multi-placer tips, which I think I got in this. I think it came out pretty well. I do have some issues with the way I placed diamonds on here, but generally I think it was a good kit and it came out very cute. Now, where to put this? I think I'll put this in the game room because, yeah, that's where a lot of my other Lovecraft stuff is. So. She's so cute! Well, I do hope that you have enjoyed this one, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!